Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be posting a solution of an important question asked in JEE Advanced 2020. It's from the chapter Biomolecules and Polymers regarding peptides. We'll also apply an important concept of ionic equilibrium to solve this question. This is regarding the structure of a peptide is given. It's a tripeptide having two peptide bonds. It's a tripeptide having two peptide bonds. The structure of the peptide is given and we have to calculate the charge on this peptide, the absolute value of charge, the magnitude of charge at different pH. At pH is equal to 2 we have to find the charge. At pH is equal to 6 we have to find the total charge on this peptide, and at pH is equal to 11 we have to find the total charge on the peptide, and we have to add the charges at each of these pH and give our answer, mark our answer. It's an integer type question. We have to mark our answer as an integer. So this question is based on an important concept in ionic equilibrium, a simple but important concept in ionic equilibrium, in which we'll talk about ionization of a weak acid and which species will mainly exist or will predominantly exist in aqueous solution, okay, for a weak acid solution, for solution of a weak acid at different pH. So let us talk about that concept. We'll compare pH to the pKa value of the weak acid and determine at what pH which form will dominate. So let us revise that concept and then we'll apply this concept in this question to solve. Talking about a weak acid, suppose we have a weak acid HA that ionizes to give H plus aqueous and A minus aqueous. Okay. The ionization constant of weak acid is Ka. Ionization constant of weak acid is Ka. We can plot a graph of concentration of HA and concentration of A minus at different pH. We can write an expression Ka as equal to H plus into A minus upon HA, and from here we'll get pH is equal to pKa plus log of concentration of A minus upon concentration of HA. And now we'll plot a graph of the concentration of A minus and the concentration of HA at different pH. I hope you have learned about this in the ionic equilibrium chapter. I'll just recall it. Concentration, on the y-axis we are plotting concentration, on the x-axis we are plotting pH. We say that at very low pH, when the pH is low, that means the medium is very acidic. When H plus concentration is high, this ionization equilibrium will be shifting in the backward direction. So most of the acid will remain in the unionized form, it will remain as HA. If the initial concentration is C, we have marked the C in the diagram as here. The C represents the concentration of the weak acid present in the solution. At very low pH, most of the acid will remain in unionized form. As pH increases, acid will ionize. As pH increases, acid will ionize. At very high pH, almost all the HA will get ionized and very negligible amount of acid will remain in the unionized form. Almost all the acid will ionize. So this part of the graph represents the concentration of HA. Now we'll draw another graph which will represent the variation of concentration of the anion of the weak acid. At very low pH, most of the weak acid is not ionized, so it will exist, negligible amount of the weak acid will exist in the anionic form or the ionized form. So it is almost 0. As pH increases, the concentration of the anionic form will increase, okay, and then at very high pH almost all the weak acid will exist in the ionized form. So this is the concentration of the anion A minus. This is the concentration of the anion A minus. At this very pH, we'll find that concentration of HA becomes equal to concentration of A minus, and when concentration of HA is equal to concentration of A minus, we'll get pH is equal to pK. So this point can be marked in the graph as pK. So we'll say that at pH is equal to pK, the concentration of HA is equal to concentration of A minus. The concentration of the unionized form is equal to concentration of the ionized form. So we can write this point at pH is equal to pKa, the concentration of HA is equal to concentration of A minus, the concentration of unionized form is equal to concentration of the ionized form. At lower pH, at pH less than pKa, the concentration of the unionized form will dominate, concentration of HA becomes greater than concentration of A minus, and at higher pH, the concentration of ionized form dominates. So we'll have to apply this concept to solve this question. At 3 different pH values are given. We need to identify which functional group amongst the given will ionize or will not ionize. Accordingly, we'll find the charges on the different functional groups. Accordingly, we'll find the charge on the entire peptide. Now let us come back to the question. I hope I am very clear. We need to know the ionization constant of acids. If you know the pKa of an acid, at pH is equal to pKa, the ionized and unionized form will remain in equal amounts. At pH greater than pKa, the ionized form will be more. At pH less than pKa, the unionized form will be more. So let us apply this concept on this peptide. At very low pH, the basic groups, there are 2 basic groups present here. The basic groups are the 2 amine groups present, NH2 and NH2. At very low pH, both the basic groups will be protonated. In strongly acidic medium, both the amine groups will get protonated, will exist in the cationic form. So let me draw the form that will exist at very low pH. 1 second. Now this is the peptide. The 2 basic groups here, the 2 basic groups are the 2 NH2 groups. At very low pH, both these NH2 groups will remain in the protonated form. So both these NH2 groups will remain in the protonated form. This will rather exist as NH3 plus. This will also exist as NH3 plus. So this is the form that will predominantly exist at pH is equal to 2. Here it is important to note that an alkyl ammonium ion RNH3 plus can be considered as a weak acid. It has pKa of the order of 9. Alkyl ammonium ions normally have a pKa of order of 9. Not exactly 9, it will depend on the other substituents present, but it is of the order of 9. Similarly, phenols also have a pKa of the order of 9. Phenols also have a pKa of the order of 9. And carboxylic acids have a pKa of the order of 5. 5 less than 5. Acetic acid, we know that pKa is 4.74. For carboxylic acids, pKa is of the order of 5. For phenols and ammonium ions, the pKa is of the order of 9. At very low pH, at pH less than pKa, all these groups will remain in their unionized forms. Carboxylic acid will not ionize, phenol will not ionize, even ammonium ions will remain in the protonated form at pH less than 9. यहाँ पे pH क्या है? pH is 2. Here the pH is 2. It is less than 9. It is less than 5. So COH group does not ionize. It remains in unionized form. The phenol group does not ionize. It remains in unionized form. And the amine groups remain in the protonated form. So at pH is equal to 2, this is the form that exists in the solution. The absolute value of charge on the amino acid will be equal to 2. Is it clear? So at pH is equal to 2, the absolute value of charge on this peptide will be 2. Now looking at the state at which it will exist at pH is equal to 6. pH is equal to 6. The same peptide at pH is equal to 6. This pH is equal to 6 is still less than the pKa of ammonium ion. pH is equal to 6 is still less than pKa of ammonium ion, is still less than pKa of phenol. So at pH is equal to 6, ammonium ion will remain in the protonated form. Phenol will also not ionize. So we will say that ammonium ion will exist as NH3 plus. Because the pH is 6, it is still less than 9. Phenol will also not ionize, but this pH is more than pKa of carboxylic acids. Look at the pKa of carboxylic acid. pKa of carboxylic acid is 5. pH is equal to 6 is more than pKa of carboxylic acid. So therefore, carboxylic acids will ionize at this pH. So COOH will exist in the ionic form as COO minus. The COOH will exist in the ionic form as CO minus. So at pH is equal to 6, the ammonium ions remain protonated. The phenol does not ionize, but the carboxylic acid groups ionize. So total charge, if we take, there are 2 positive charges, 2 unit positive charges due to the 2 ammonium ions, and there are 2 unit negative charges due to the 2 carboxylated ions. The total charge becomes 0. The total charge on this peptide at pH is equal to 6 will be 0. Understood? Now let us look at the third case, that is pH is equal to 11. The third case is pH is equal to 11. Third case is pH is equal to 11, and this pH is greater than pKa of phenol, it is greater than pKa of ammonium ion, it is greater than pKa of even carboxylic acid. So both the ammonium ions will get deprotonated at this pH, will get ionized at this pH. Both the carboxylic acid groups will get ionized at this pH. And even the phenol gets ionized, because phenol also has a pKa of approximately 9. That pH is equal to 11, even the phenol will get ionized. So overall, the total charge on this peptide is, there is one negative charge on the phenolic group. The phenolic group ionizes. There is another negative charge on the carboxylate group, and one more negative charge on the other carboxylate group. The total -3 charge is there on the peptide. The magnitude of charge, the absolute charge will be, the Z3 will be equal to 3. Now we have to report our answer as Z1 plus Z2 plus Z3. Z1 plus Z2 plus Z3. This will be 2 plus 0 plus 3 is equal to 5. So our answer is 5. I hope I am very clear. You have understood this concept. The concept was, take at what pH which form will dominate. At pH less than pKa, the unionized form dominates. At pH greater than pKa, the ionized form dominates. And we need to have an idea about the pKa values of these functional groups. The pKa of phenol is approximately 9, is around 9, is of the order of 9. Okay? Depending on other substituents, it may be slightly more than 9, it may be slightly less than 9. pK of ammonium ion is also around 9, and pK of carboxylic acid is around 5. So at pH is equal to 2, all of them will remain in the unionized form, protonated form. The ammonium ions remain in protonated form. The charge on the peptide will be +2. Okay? So absolute value of charge is 2. At pH is equal to 6, only carboxylic acid ionizes, because this pH is still less than pKa of phenol and ammonium. So at pH is equal to 6, the carboxylic acids ionize, resulting in COO minus 2 negative charge, NH3 plus 2 positive charge. Total charge will be 0. And at pH is equal to 11, which is greater than pKa of carboxylic acid, greater than pKa of phenol, greater than pKa of ammonium ions. So phenol ionizes to form phenoxide. At pH is equal to 11, phenol ionizes to form phenoxide. The 2 ammonium ions remain in the deprotonated form as NH2. The 2 carboxylic acid groups ionized as COO minus, resulting in a total of -3 charge on the entire molecule. The magnitude, the absolute value of charge becomes 3. Now adding the values Z1 plus Z2 plus Z3, we get 2 plus 0 plus 3 is equal to 5. So I hope I am very clear. This question is a typical question based on peptides and amino acids, okay, and an application of ionic equilibrium. Do like the video if you have liked this solution, if you have understood this solution, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.